Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fire of the More Three Hopes. Now, let me just show you something. I have been grinding these goddamn supports. And I think I've gotten everybody, except perhaps the Ashen Wolves, who always appear in every route. But I'll get them eventually. Oh, never mind. It doesn't even matter. I think I've gotten everything. Yes. Anyway, I've gotten every single support ready. Now, the way I'm going to do it for this round, just to see how well it goes, I'm going to do all the C ranks of each and every one of these, and then once those run out, I'll start doing the B ranks on the next chapter, and then once that runs out, I'll start going. Hopefully, that's all very efficient and nice and quick. So, just thinking, if we get one each. Oh well, let's just find out how well we do. We have an usual time limit is 1 hour. So let's see how it goes. Muting mic now.
Hey, Claude. Looks like you had another one of those meetings. You finally finished?
Today, yeah. But we're picking up right where we left off tomorrow.
That's a lot of talking. What could possibly call for that much discussion?
Well, first, we need to settle on a direction for the Alliance. And then come all the pesky little details. All responsibilities need to be doled out fairly, but each territory has different resources and different circumstances, you know? So it's tricky to figure out what's really fair. There's no one answer that works across the board.
But you're their leader. Can't you just make a bunch of decisions and get it over with?
No can do, I'm afraid. I may be the leader, but I'm still just one of the 5 Great Lords. Sure, I may be the idea man, but I don't have the authority to enforce anything on my own. On top of all that, most nobles are experts at focusing on what's good for their own territory instead of what would benefit the Alliance as a whole. When priorities clash, the debates just go around and around in endless circles. Makes me wonder if we'll ever reach a consensus on anything.
Hold on. Do you really think you'll win the war like this? You'll always be on the defensive if you can't act decisively.
I hear you, believe me. The process works much better in times of peace, but since we're at war, it's frustrating to say the least. What's worse is that it's near impossible to get a read on the situation. I don't have the foggiest idea how we're going to overcome this. Say, mind if I pick your brain? What would you do in my shoes?
What, me? Well, I guess I'd... You gotta just give him a nice whoosh! Deal with him that way.
Uh-huh. Whoosh. You care to spell that one out for me?
What I'm saying is, why not just get rid of all the talking?
You mean get rid of the Alliance's council altogether?
Exactly. If you give yourself more authority, then it won't take as long to make decisions. It doesn't even have to be permanent. You could go back to the old way once things are peaceful again. But I guess that wouldn't go over too well with the other nobles, huh?
Actually, I think you're onto something. Can't say it hasn't crossed my mind before. If folks at the Round Table just keep looking out for their own territory's interests, we'll be in a world of hurt if the Alliance is ever invaded. I just wish they could see that.
Whoa, are you seriously considering it, Claude?
Of course. Unfortunately, the possibility of it actually happening right now is basically zero. But you've given me a lot to chew on. Let's do this again sometime.
Just say the word.
Hey, still alive?
Think it'd be pretty obvious if I wasn't. But yes, I'm back and all in one piece.
Well, that's a relief. However, I noticed your approach to battle hasn't changed one bit. You still charge to the front and dive right into the thick of it.
I was trying to be careful, but I guess it didn't really work.
Well, you are some kind of master soldier, right? I'm starting to think you might not get yourself killed after all.
Huh, so now you approve of my approach? Why the change of heart?
I realized that taking the lead and fighting at the front is exactly what my brother does.
True, and they say Holst is the bravest commander in all of Leicester.
Usually, the commanders stay in the back so they can see the whole battlefield and give orders. But not my brother. Honestly, he can't stand being back there. He has to be leading the charge. That's why I used to worry myself sick every time he went off to battle. But at some point, I'm not sure when, I became convinced that my brother would never die.
What made you think that?
I'm not sure, but it's not like there's anyone out there who can beat him, right? When I realized that, it just seemed like a waste of time to worry about him so much.
If anything, you should be pitying the chumps on the other side.
Precisely. And then I realized it's the same with you. You're just like my brother.
It's an honor to be put in the same category as Holst.
Now I know I'm wasting my time worrying about you, and it's not like I can stop you anyway. I actually hope you keep doing what you do, so I can take it easy in the back.
That's the plan. But I'm pretty sure I've seen you fighting up front with me recently. You even seem to be enjoying yourself.
Me? Enjoying myself? Please. If I'm fighting at the front, it's because I have no other choice. The whole time I'm fighting, I'm wishing I could be cheering everyone on from the sidelines instead. You know, yelling stuff like, "Smash 'em good!" and "Yeah, use those muscles!" That would really inspire our troops, right? And remember, this is me we're talking about.
Sure, you could motivate anyone.
I know, right? Next time, I'll cheer for you too. You'll see how inspiring it can be.
All right, sounds good. I'll keep an ear out.
Yeah! Ha!
Hmm?
Phew, what a workout. Oh, hey, are you here to train too?
Nah, just grabbing something I forgot earlier. Is this normal training time for you, Leonie?
Well, yeah. We've been so busy lately, I've had to squeeze it in whenever I can.
Huh. You work hard for a mercenary.
I'm just starting out in my career, so I can't afford to slack off now. I only started training as a merc after the Officers' Academy closed, remember? Meanwhile, you were one before you even came to the Academy. You've got years of experience on me.
Still, you're skilled and you've got brains, which means you're more promising than the average rookie.
I hope you're right. I have to distinguish myself at some point, or else I won't be able to face the captain.
You have a captain?
Yep. He visited my village when I was a kid, and I practically begged him to make me his apprentice. I was probably a huge nuisance, but I was so desperate to get out of my village and be independent. Gerald treated me like an annoying little brat at first, but eventually, he taught me for real. He showed me everything. Tricks of the trade, standard training routines, basic strategy. Don't you have a mentor? Someone who showed you the ropes?
A mentor? I do have a mentor, in a sense. You know, someone who occasionally gives me advice and stuff.
That sounds sort of vague, but I guess there can be all kinds of mentors. Either way, you still have loads more experience than me. I need to work hard so I can catch up with you.
Well, if you ever want help from an old pro, just say the word.
Thanks. I'm glad to have a role model I can count on.
Hey, Holst, you here to train?
That's right. I was just about to get started, in fact.
Perfect. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. I was only planning on honing the fundamentals, mind you.
Oh, I was actually hoping we could spar a little. I've heard stories about you for as long as I can remember. People say you're the mightiest warrior in all of Leicester. So I thought this would be a good chance to learn a little something about your strength.
I'm afraid you'd likely learn little from such a bout.
What? Why not?
I can't go all out against an ally. When I spar, I have to take care not to kill my partner, unlike in a real fight.
I can live with a few broken bones. Just show me what you've got.
If I do, broken bones will be the least of your worries. I'm well aware of your strength. I'd be in for a world of trouble myself if I held anything back.
So, is there anything I can do to convince you?
If you're that insistent about it, I suppose there is one thing that would change my mind.
You mean if I made a move on Hilda?
Now, why would I want to kill you for that? Don't be ridiculous. But no, that's not what I meant. The only way you'll experience my full might is if you face me as an enemy. After all, there's no greater teacher than the battlefield. The vast majority of what I've learned didn't come from lectures or drills. It came from dancing with death time and again in the heat of battle. So, what do you say, friend? Care to team up with the enemy and pit your steel against mine?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh, so you'd actually consider it. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. You have to keep your options open.
Anyway, for now I can settle for honing the fundamentals alongside an ally.
Wonderful. Shall we begin?
Sorry for the wait, Lawrence. So, what is it you wanted to talk about? Ooh, don't tell me. Is it about a girl?
No. I wish to discuss the consequences of your strategy at the Great Bridge of Myrden.
Oh, that. If it's an apology you want, I'll say it as many times as I need to. Both to you and your father. My plan left a cloud of treason hanging thick over the Honorable House Gloucester. I'm sorry, Lawrence.
Please, I have already accepted your apology. And besides, did my father not agree to your scheme? Luckily, my own person remains unsullied, and I will soon remedy the blemishes on my family name, you have my word.
If that's not it, then what do you want to talk about?
There is something I wish to confirm with you. A matter regarding the future of the Leicester Alliance. Can we really trust you, Claude? I have no qualms admitting that your work has freed the Alliance from a number of tight situations. And yet, I have never been able to fully place my trust in you. The same is true even now. Were it as simple as choosing to believe, I would do just that. But this situation makes me uneasy. Day after day, I find myself forced to rely on a man with unclear roots and even more unclear intentions.
Your tongue's as sharp as ever, Lawrence. But I can't say I don't get where you're coming from. I wouldn't trust me either in your shoes. If I were you, I wouldn't let my loved ones touch a guy like me with a 10-foot poleaxe, let alone count on me to keep them safe.
You are quick to disparage yourself.
Yeah, maybe I took it a little far there. I mean, I'm not that bad, am I? Still, I'm not all-knowing or all-powerful like the goddess is. There's no way for me to know what the future might hold. Which means there's only one thing I can do. Stack my deck with as many cards as I can so we're ready for anything that comes our way. But on that front, the possibilities are kinda endless. No matter how many tricks I've got in my pocket, there's still this lingering worry I just can't shake. That's what I meant by not being able to trust myself. I feel like I'm constantly walking this tightrope with no clear end in sight. Lawrence? Are you even listening? If you were any quieter, I'd think you'd have died on the spot.
I am present, yes. I was just so shocked to hear you voice your anxieties that I struggled to find words. Could this be another of your schemes? What do you hope to gain by deceiving me so?
Whoa, slow down there. You're the one who brought this whole thing up, remember? Kinda rude to react like that after I go and spill my heart out to you, don't you think?
Forgive me, I seem to have lost my presence of mind entirely. I fear I may be entering a state of shock.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
That's a tasty looking roast you've got there, Claude. Where'd you get it?
Oh, hey, Raphael. I nabbed it from the base we took over the other day. No big deal. Plus, it's about to go bad, so there's no point in trying to ration it out to the troops. Meaning?
You're giving it to me! Oh, yes!
Hold on there, big guy. Nobody can eat all of this alone, not even you. I was actually thinking we could all feast on it together. Want to help me cook it?
You bet I do! Might mean my stomach goes a little emptier, but feasting with the whole team adds a spice like no other. Just leave the rest to me. I'll kick this meat party off in style.
Hey, make sure you take it to the mess hall. Is he even listening to me? Wow, this looks incredible. Color me impressed, Raphael.
Well, you said it was about to go bad, right? I had to grill it up as quick as I could.
I mean, it wasn't going bad in a matter of minutes, but this is a huge help, thanks. Weird, it felt like that was more than we could ever finish, but just mention food to the crew and it's gone in an instant.
Too bad, too. I was thinking I could split any leftovers we had with Maya and my grandpa.
Doesn't it take days to get here from where they are? It would definitely have started rotting by then. Besides, this isn't really the chapter in history you want an old man and a child going out for a stroll.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Still, I hope that day comes soon.
Huh?
A time when we can invite your grandfather and sister over for banquets whenever we want. A time when it's not so dangerous for them to travel. Not that any of that'll be possible so long as this war keeps dragging on.
That's it, Claude! That's it!
Whoa! What's all the yelling for?
This meal was amazing, yeah. but a little voice in the back of my mind kept saying something was missing. And now I know what it is! Once the land's at peace again, we're gonna have a huge party with Maya and my grandpa and everyone! After all, you can't savor a meal if you've got thoughts of war rolling around in your head.
Yeah, I think you're right. A banquet we can throw in peacetime is far better than one we have to put on hold due to the conflict. But in order to make that dream a reality, we'll need to create a future where the wild animals share their game instead of fighting over it.
Game? As in game meat? You have more?
Sorry, just a metaphor for the eagles and lions, always at each other's throats. As for us deer, we're content with leaves. But where should we forage next? So, Holst's leading the soldiers' drills himself, eh? And everyone looks to be way more into it than usual. That's Holst for you, all right.
My ears are burning, my lord.
Holst! Well, what a surprise. I was just watching your drills. Everyone looks so spirited. Probably because they know you're keeping an eye on them.
So the soldiers aren't so enthusiastic with others? Training is only meaningful if it emulates true battle. Without tension, it's little more than exercise. We'll need to improve our methods at once.
Let's cut them a little slack. It's not like they're all goofing around when you're not there. It's just that everyone gets a tiny bit more excited when they get to see you in the flesh. You're Lester's living legend. The powerful warrior who accomplishes feats of undaunted heroism without even a crest to help him. And they get to train and fight with you? Seriously, it's probably the biggest thrill of their lives.
Ha! You have quite the gift for flattery. But someone like me is nothing when compared to the 10 elites. Of course, I wouldn't walk away from that fight empty-handed. Even unaided, I bet I could take a limb or two before the end.
If you can keep up with the 10 elites, I'll need to invent some even more impressive flattery. But I meant what I said about the troops. Honestly, I feel the same excitement just standing next to you.
Then it was worth my coming here. Still, I believe that you inspire far more trust and enthusiasm than I do. The Alliance would never have come together like this if that weren't the case.
If only it would have. A little solidarity would go a long way for us. Anyway, thanks again, Holst. It's much appreciated.
I'm just doing my job as the heir to House Goneril. All I do is for the sake of the Leicester Alliance. Though, even more importantly, Hilda stands at your side. That alone is enough to keep me near at hand.
It sounds like I need to thank Hilda instead, then.
It couldn't hurt to do so, but also keep her safe. As you know, I've sworn to protect Fodlan's throat, with my very life if need be. So if the Almirans turn their attentions to it, I'll have no choice but to return there at once.
And if that happens, we'll be right there with you to drive them back. Call it a gut feeling, but I suspect their next attack will be a battle that changes Fodlan's fate forever.
I know you're a clever girl, Hilda, and you just had some bad luck this time. But even if you delegate the job to another, the ultimate responsibility still lies with you, so you need to be careful.
I know. I'm sorry.
Then take that responsibility and finish this. Though this much is going to be difficult alone. Ah, Marianne, come here.
Of course. What do you need?
I want you to help Hilda.
Alright. I can do that.
Thank you. Now get to it, you two.
Boy, you really blew it this time, Hilda. This isn't like you at all. Sorry you got dragged into this, Marianne.
No, it's alright. So, what should I do?
Could I ask you to organize all the weapons and armor here by type? I'm going to start with separating the useful stuff from the broken stuff. I was apparently supposed to put each category of item into a different box and take them all to storage. But the message got lost somewhere along the way, which is why everything's now in this giant pile.
I understand.
How are you doing over there, Marianne? What the? This is even worse than before!
Yes, I'm sorry. I tried to be very specific with how I separated things, but it got a bit out of hand.
Hilda, Marianne, I'm coming to check on your progress, and I had better be impressed.
Oh shoot! She's coming! Quick, shove all of this stuff under a rug or something!
Ladies, correct me if my eyes are mistaken, but this is in even worse shape than when I first left.
I'm sorry, Judith. It's all my fault. I had everything arranged just like you wanted, but then, whoops, I tripped and crashed into the pile and everything sort of went everywhere.
I see. Hilda, when I told you to take responsibility for your tasks, I didn't mean you had to burden yourself with absolutely everything.
Right, got it. I'll definitely be more careful.
Well, why don't the two of you take a short break? This mess clearly isn't going anywhere.
I'm so sorry, Hilda. This is all my fault.
Don't worry about it. I mean, it's actually my fault in the first place, you know? Come on, let's go take that break. I need a cup of tea in a bad way.
Alright. Thank you, Hilda.
Anyone here? Oh, Hilda! Perfect!
I am, aren't I? Now, what do you need?
I was thinking about getting another round of practice in, but I need a partner. And here you stand. So what do you say?
What? But it's so late!
Yes, but I just thought up a fantastic move, and I need to try it out or I'll never be able to sleep.
Yeah, but I've already bathed, and I really don't want to get all sweaty and gross again.
Wait, is that you? You smell amazing.
I know! I use floral oils. I've got a whole bunch of them, and I mix and match based on the situation or just, you know, mood.
Wow, that's impressive.
I bet you're wondering why I'd go to all that trouble, right? Well, scent is very important. One whiff of something nice can turn a person's entire day around.
I get that, but I don't really think it's for me. I'm always training or hunting or something, and the constant sweat would probably wash it right off.
which is exactly why you should use floral scents. Then you'll smell like a delightful bouquet and not some kind of hog farmer. I mean, you're cute already, but you could be the whole package if you just leaned into it.
You think I'm cute? No one's ever said that to me before. Or anything even remotely like it, actually.
You know what? Let's just do it! Come to my tent. That's where I keep the stash.
I really don't think this is for me.
Oh, don't be silly. It is absolutely for you.
No, really. Besides, I have to go practice that move.
Well, too bad. But I'll come find you tomorrow, okay? Oh, this is so exciting!
Wait, I don't think I actually agreed to anything. Never mind. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yup, just a little bit of effort and she'll really be the whole package. And heave! Ugh.
Hello, Hilda. What are you doing?
Organizing our gear? What does it look like?
I know what it looks like. It just doesn't seem believable. But you working, I mean. You never do that.
Well, the person who's supposed to be doing it is hurt, so I agreed to pitch in and help out.
But you always have others do your work for you.
Okay, slow down, pal. It's not like I run around asking people to take on work for me. I just let them do it if they want to.
No matter the particulars of the process, the outcome is the same. Regardless, it's admirable of you to take the place of an injured comrade without begrudging them. Oh, and to be clear, I'm not here to help. I'm taking a well-earned break right now. Plus, you seem to have a handle on things yourself.
I haven't even asked you to help yet.
Not out loud, no, but your eyes tell a different tale.
Actually, I was thinking that if you had time for chit-chat, you had time to lend me a hand or two. But even I'm not enough of a jerk to ask a guy for help when he's on a break.
I am delighted you grasp the importance of rest. There are many out there who say the most unthinkable things on the subject. Oh, Linhart, you're on break? Perfect. Then you can help me with this awful whatever that I'm doing. Do they even understand the concept of downtime? Or is every waking moment merely a chance to increase their own productivity? Break time is for breaks.
You're speaking my language on that one. Although to be fair, your life seems to be one permanent break, so I see why somebody might say that to you.
Indeed. Sometimes they even claim I sleep too much, which is completely different from taking a break.
Wait, how is sleeping not a break?
Alas, how unfortunate. It appears you and I will not be able to reach common ground on this matter.
Laying it on a bit thick, aren't you?
That reminds me of something. Did I not see the injured comrade responsible for this storehouse hauling things at the goods depot this very morning?
Sure did. He said he wanted to help me out, so I asked him to take over.
At which point he promptly threw out his back and left this particular task to you. Yes, well, I now understand your reason for working. And with that, good night.
Ugh, that guy really bugs me sometimes. It's like he thinks he's better than me or something.
Well, that's everybody. Everybody on scene right now. So, we're just gonna be continuing the story later.
Which battlefield
We just
are
see
you
what we're
headed
dealing with
to?
here. Oh boy. Okay, and sharpness have finally appeared. Okay, intermediate seals. I don't need those. Nope. That's gifts. Some kind of mercenary camp, so that's gonna be units I'm gonna need. I need to memorize what I actually get. But yes, main things is get this, make my way here, but get there as well before she moves. That's probably the kind of stat boost. Alright, let's find out for next time. Bye!